Amidst the mud and chaos of France in 1918, the German A7V tank, Mephisto, was a titan of the battlefield, a symbol of the German army's industrial might. But its destiny was about to take a sharp, unexpected turn, cementing its place as a true legend of the Great War. Following the Second Battle of Villers-Bretonneux, Mephisto found itself stranded near Monument Wood. It lay silent, a hulking steel giant trapped in the no-man's land between opposing armies. For a moment, it was just another casualty of war, but its story was far from over. It wouldn't remain a lonely sentinel for long. On the night of July 22nd, one of the most audacious recovery missions of the war got underway. Under the cover of darkness, two vehicles from the British 1st Gun Carrier Company began their crawl towards the abandoned tank. The drone of low-flying aircraft and the thunder of Allied artillery fire masked the rumble of their engines as they crept towards their prize. The recovery team was a small but determined group, 23 men from the Gun Carrier Company and 13 soldiers from Australia's 26th Battalion. As German gas shells hissed through the air and exploded around them, they worked with grim determination. They secured heavy steel cables to Mephisto's battle-scarred hull and began the arduous task of towing it, inch by inch, 4 kilometers west to the relative safety of Bois-l'Abbé. This wasn't just a brute force operation, it was a masterclass in deception. To fool any prying eyes from German reconnaissance planes, the team painstakingly camouflaged the deep tracks left by the tow. In a stroke of genius, they even laid a completely false trail, leading away in a different direction. This brilliant ruse ensured their hard-won prize would reach its destination without being discovered and destroyed. Finally arriving at the 5th Tank Brigade's training ground at Vaux-en-Amiénois, Mephisto was no longer a weapon of war, but a trophy. Its capture was a huge morale boost, and soldiers from all over the front lines flocked to get a glimpse of the captured beast, this formidable machine that had once been their enemy. It didn't take long for the tank to become a canvas. The proud soldiers painted the rising sun emblem of the Australian Imperial Force on its side. Bold letters proclaimed, "Captured by 26th Bat A.I.F. and salved by 1st G. Secoy, 5th Bean Tanks." As Lieutenant Colonel Robinson later recalled, the battalion's joker got to work and painted a rather good illustration of the British lion with its paw resting triumphantly on the German tank. Soon, its steel plates were covered in names, badges, and symbols, as soldiers quite literally carved their place in history. And, as soldiers often do, souvenir hunters quietly prized off small parts and fittings as personal mementos of this incredible feat. Today, Mephisto rests in the Queensland Museum, the only surviving German A7V tank in the entire world. Its journey from a symbol of German power to a cherished Australian war trophy is more than just a footnote in a history book. It captures the spirit, the ingenuity, and the sheer audacity of the men who risked everything to claim it. It proves that history isn't just written in books. Sometimes it's painted in bold letters on steel. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next dive into history. See you next time.